What's good, you bunch of pricks? On the show today, Murun, Buchstansangur, and flags of convenience. The year is 1982 and Channel 4 has just launched in the UK and has commissioned 52 episodes of a brand new animated show called Murun Buchstansangur. The titular character is essentially just a head with arms and legs, no clothes except for a watch and a pair of clogs, who apparently lives in a crack underneath a kitchen cupboard. The Murun Buchstansangur world doesn't make any sense. He seems to be a small creature in a human world, but the humans are also the same size as him. There are other Muruns, wherever he is, like the infamous Cousin Rossiter. But really what makes Murun Buchstansangur is the weird, dreary plot, all voiced by this kind of chirpy Englishman.
Murun Buchstansangur had been convinced that his eyes were too close together. Murun Buchstansangur was looking for a small piece of raincoat lining.
What is this? It's weird, sure, and cartoons are weird, but this is something else.
My lady, tempted by a private whim, to his extreme annoyance, tempted him.
Ah, said Murun, une place pour chaque chose, et chaque chose à sa place.
Equal parts mundane and morose, the whole thing plays out like a sort of weird cross between a Harold Pinter play and a Kafka nightmare. Even when there's the possibility of love for Murun.
Shall I stay a bit longer? She said. Murun knew he would regret it.
Repeated on TV well into the mid-90s, it was tossed into the schedule seemingly at random to fill 5 minutes here and there. I remember seeing this and thinking Channel 4 must have repurposed some weird old German cartoon or something. I mean, it's called Murun Buchstansangur.
Don't ever try to go there. It's to think of, not to find. Lovely things like that are only of the mind.
The whole thing was actually created by some bloke called Timothy Forder, and he went on to make some hilariously bad straight-to-video knockoffs of Disney classics such as Beauty and the Beast.
I have no choice but to punish you.
The Jungle Book.
I can't hold them off much longer, Alvin.
And a version of Aladdin released exactly 6 days before the official Disney version.
Where did you come from?
Hi, I'm Ring Genie Jordan.
Yeah. But nothing was ever as beautifully baffling as Murun Buchstansangur.
However bad other people's problems are, they never seem quite as bad as one's own. I still can't find that damn piece of raincoat lining.
And now for something completely different. Flags of convenience. It's a shipping industry term. Boats have flags, this much I know, but I just assumed it indicated where the boats were registered or something. But a flag of convenience is basically a nationality for a boat that has nothing to do with the boat, not where it was made, not who owns it or works on it. Why would a boat fly the flag of another country? Because then it gives you some kind of magical legal immunity. And so this legal loophole has been widely adopted across the industry. But how do you even get a flag of convenience? There are a few states willing to provide them, no questions asked, for the right price, which has led to this insane fact. Almost half of all the commercial vessels on the seas are registered to just 3 countries: Panama, Liberia, and the Marshall Islands. And it's all basically so the companies can get away with paying less tax or avoiding all those pesky environmental laws or labour regulations that protect workers on their boats. And predictably, this has led to some pretty deadly consequences all over the world. To give you a sense of just how bad it's actually gotten, let's start with something seemingly disconnected from the maritime world of shipping. You know the explosion that happened in the city of Beirut in 2020? We all saw the insane footage of that disaster. Well, guess what? The 2,750 tons of ammonium nitrate that caused that explosion came off a ship using a flag of convenience. The vessel, called the MV Rosas, was variously owned by companies in Japan, Hong Kong, and South Korea, all countries which would have required safety and maintenance checks, but it was reflagged to Moldova. And yes, Moldova is a country with no direct access to the sea, so it was allowed to carry on operating even as it became unseaworthy, carrying dangerous goods, until it was seized by the authorities in Lebanon. But Because it was using a flag of convenience, there was nothing the authorities can do, and the owner just abandoned the ship, including, by the way, all of the crew on board, who had to sell the ship's remaining fuel to pay for lawyers to get them home. And all that dangerous cargo was just dumped at the port of Beirut, where it stayed in legal stasis for 7 years until the day exploded. And truly, this is the tip of the iceberg. Even if we take that same year, 2020, a ship called the MV Wakichio ran aground on a coral reef in Mauritius, a beautiful island nation in the Indian Ocean, spilling around 1,000 tons of oil, causing the worst environmental disaster in Mauritius's history. The ship was allowed to operate despite being unfit for purpose because it was using ding 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 flag of convenience. And the instances go on and on and on. It's clear that this system causes harm, and numerous organizations and industry bodies are seeking to change or outright ban the flag of convenience system. But next time you see a ship, take a look at the flag it's flying, and if it's one of these, ask yourself what's really happening on board.